Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of VeVe Comic Talk. It's Thursday, September 8th, and we have the Star Trek drop today and the Disney Golden Moments finale drop tomorrow. And let's get right to the spreadsheet. The markets are down considerably today, as I expected, because of not so much the Star Trek drop, which I think is going to be a dud, but the Disney Golden Moments drop finale on Friday. So people are unloading some of their comics and collectibles. So of the comics we're watching, and we've increased it, we have 20 up, 99 down, 22 even. The collectibles are not faring much better, where we have a 9 up and 42 down, 7 even. The market is decidedly bearish. There are a lot of items being dumped right now. I picked up some stuff, and what I picked up today, it's picked up a Daredevil 1 rare, 4-digit mint for 42, the Doc Ock common or at 9, a Spider-Man 3 common, a 4-digit at 239, and that's just mainly to round out my McFarlane Spider-Man collection. I added the Tales to Astonish 90 rare at 750. So those are my buys. I didn't make any significant sells here. I post my buys and sells in Twitter. Now, what I wanted to talk about today is I'm not going to look at any comics, and I just want to give you my thoughts on VeVe. Let me start with I really like VeVe. I really like the IP in VeVe. I actually read the comics. I am a longtime comic collector, but I've my bullishness has dropped a little in the last week, and let me explain why. So to give you some just brief background, so that I'm just not talking crap here. It's uh, my profession is in IT, and we build enterprise cloud applications. And I've also had we have a collectible trading card store called The Planet. So we've been in the collectible business for quite a while on a business level. So very familiar with that. So let me start with two things that are happening. One, it's the one thing that really bothered me. It was the maintenance mode the other day. VV tweeted that, oh, we're going to go down for 3 hours, which ended up being, I think, close to 5 hours. But the thing that bothers me is that's not the mark of a professional IT organization. In this case, for example, if you look at it as a collectible app that's housing all of our collectibles, where we have thousands, tens of thousands, and some people have millions in, or whether you look at it as an investment app like a Robinhood or a Schwab, of course, it's not on that level yet. Hopefully, we'll get there one day. Those types of outages during main business hours is unheard of. And when they do have those outages, I actually even tweeted to VeVe is, are you going to do a postmortem? I didn't get a reply. A post, most major organizations, for example, if you go to Microsoft, if they have an Office 365 problem, or Adobe, if they have an Adobe Cloud problem, all the majors, if there's an issue, they post what's called a postmortem. So, it's after death, and which explains what happened. And you know, and if maintenance is being done on a site, usually there's a backup site that's up, so there's limited functionality. But maintenance windows, even for the apps that we do, maintenance windows unless there's a failure, are given way in advance. At a minimum 7 days notice to our customers that, hey, look, on blah 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 date at this time, we're going to take a short outage, or we're going to be down overnight, off hours doing this time. If if it's a major outage, if we're doing a major upgrade, we give um, our customers or our users uh, advance notice, and we do publish when something goes wrong to our customers, what actually happened. And I had the same complaint or about the terms and conditions. You know, so for example, I'm a when terms and conditions change, even for the things that we do, we publish that to our customers that the terms and conditions are changing, and here's what changed. That people read them like, I basically rarely read them unless it's one of my financial applications. If it's just like some site I subscribe to that I don't have money in, I just kind of ignore it. But the ones I have money in, I try to read it and say, oh, well, what's changed? And that's another thing VeVe doesn't do. And yes, we are early in the game. And yes, I really hope VeVe succeeds. I believe they are going to succeed. But if VeVe's going to get bigger, they cannot operate like this. They will. It's not scalable. I mean, once VeVe starts getting millions of users, uh, they're not going to have this. When they get to that scale, they're not going to have this. Well, we're early on, so it's okay type of mentality. It's, hey, man, hey, my money and my collectibles are in here, man. What the heck's going on? So that has me concerned. And the other thing that has me concerned is the nature of these drops, the dropping mints. So, for example, you know, uh, I'm in Hawaii, which is in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and um, I don't know anybody of the people that I know that are in VeVe that are in Hawaii, and there are only a few of us that I talk to, have ever gotten a 10,000 mint drop. And it immediately the notice pops up is collectible. It's unavailable. So it's probably I think it is a speed of light problem. We do have latency issues here because we have to travel to whether it be a major AWS Amazon Web Services node. We do have to travel across the ocean to San Jose or Oregon for our drop off point. So that slight delay uh, it is an issue, and it is an issue when we design cloud apps. But that's another story. But it's really cool that in some sense this concept. For example, the golden moments drops, which of course I'm going to go for, but it's like it's rewarding a very small portion of the community. And coming from the trading card industry, companies do that. For example, Yu-Gi-Oh had their platinum Blue Eyes White Dragon. Magic releases certain limited artwork and whatnot, but the bulk of their business is not geared toward that. But as we see like these drops, the better drops, for example, like whether it be, well, AF-15 is a unique thing, the Golden Moments one, uh, it's such a small portion of the community, and that worries me. So, for example, can you imagine if even in the early days of Pokemon, or in the early days of Magic the Gathering, uh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Never had. I guess you could even count Yu-Gi-Oh! the focus wasn't on a small group of users or customers. You know, they tried to grow their customer base and tried to make the product available to the broadest population. And then the quote unquote perks came in literally for those three companies. Those perks came in decades after they established the brand. Now, granted, there is a difference in that in the early days, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic, the IP was not as established as a AF-15 or a Disney IP or uh, Amazing Spider-Man 300, which has established value behind it. But on the other side is that's basically VeVe's product line. This limited availability, and also if you look in the market, and if you follow, looked at the website mynfttracker.com, if you look at the amount of collectibles that are available in the market, in a lot of cases, the amount listed, as I talked about in past videos, is extremely low. It's like under 3% of the float. The float being the total amount of mints that are available. Being also a stock market investor, uh, thinly traded markets are very dangerous. So that are just some of my thoughts and some of my concerns about what happened this week and what is about to happen this week. Even if I do end up getting the drop on the golden moments, I don't think my opinion is going to change very much until we see some then we see the sentiment and people stop saying that, oh, it's okay because we're early on. Yes, I do agree that we're early on, but we we do have expectations of where we want this to be because we want it to be a big thing. We want it to be like this is the NFT platform. I'm still actively trying to improve my collection. I've pretty much vowed, which I'll probably end up breaking, that I'm not going to put any new money into VeVe. I'm just trying to improve, as I've talked about through many videos, my mint numbers and upping my rarities. But I do have high hopes for VeVe. I really do like the IP. I'm in the app daily, as you know. You can see by my price spreadsheet, which I populate daily and is available for upload. You can download it in the description below. So those are my thoughts. I wish you luck on the Golden Moments drop tomorrow. Hope that you guys get it. Please like and subscribe. I hope you do well on your drops and snipes, and look at the market today. Check it out. There are some deals uh, as people try to sell off some of their collectibles uh, ahead of the Golden Moments finale drop tomorrow. Well, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And aloha.